Director of Ceremonies, in absentia, the two Vice Presidents of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. Chiwenga and Colonel Retired Mohadi. Also in absentia, the Chairman of the Party and the Minister of Defense, Honorable Mshinguri Kashiri. Your Excellency, the President of the SADC Parliamentary Forum, Mr. Tokli, Speaker of the National Assembly of Madagascar, Speaker of the Parliament of Zimbabwe, Advocate Jeff N. Denda, President of the Senate of Zimbabwe, Honorable M. Chinamona, President of the Pan-African Parliament, Honorable Chief Charumbira, Honorable Speakers of Parliaments and the heads of delegations who are here, the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Matabele and North Province, Honorable Richard Moyo, other Honorable Ministers and Deputy Ministers who are here, the Chief Secretary of the President and Cabinet, Dr. Martin Mushoya, senior government officials, representatives of regional parliaments who are here, honorable members of parliament, your excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps who are here, the Secretary General of the SADC Parliamentary Forum, Honorable B. Sehoma, the Clerk of the Parliament of Zimbabwe, K.M. Chokuda, clerks and secretaries general from member parliaments of SADC, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. It is my singular honor and privilege to address you today on this occasion on the official opening ceremony of the 57th Parliamentary Assembly of the SADC Parliamentary Forum. On behalf of my government, the people of Zimbabwe, and in my capacity as chairman of SADC, I extend fraternal greetings to all delegates who have traveled from across the Southern African region and beyond. I welcome you to this majestic city of Victoria Falls, Mosio-Tunya. If we invite you to come and visit Mosio-Tunya, very few of you come. But if you say come and see Victoria Falls, many of you come. And yet, our only great-grandfathers and mothers are the ones who directed David Livingstone, showing this white man our falls. Then he named our Mosio-Tunya after the name of his queen. Just think of it. This world is different. And now, you are welcome to Victoria Falls. Your presence reflects the enduring spirit of unity and solidarity that continues to bind our nations in pursuit of an integrated, industrialized, prosperous, peaceful, and democratic Southern African region. I trust that this plenary assembly will afford you yet another opportunity to reimagine, recalibrate, and adopt parliamentary systems which ensure that our democratic institutions remain efficient, responsive, and inclusive of all our citizenry. Distinguished delegates, The SADC Parliamentary Forum is an institution that is close to my heart. I recall that during my tenure as a Speaker of the Parliament of Zimbabwe, this is about from 2000 to 2005, I had the honor of actively participating in the development of the norms and standards for elections in the SADC region. I was privileged to serve as the head of mission for the SADC Parliamentary Forum Election Observation Mission in Malawi for the 2004 general elections. Later, I had the distinct honor of officially launching the SADC model law on eradicating child marriages and protecting children already in marriage. This was during the 40th Plenary Assembly, graciously hosted by the Parliament of Zimbabwe in 2016. The theme for this year's event, and I quote, harnessing artificial intelligence for effective and efficient parliamentary processes in the SADC region. Experiences, challenges, and opportunities, end of quote, is both timely and fundamentally relevant to the current global and regional development discourse. This is more so given that the strategic vision of SADC emphasizes technological cooperation and knowledge sharing as means to strengthen democratic institutions across our region. The fourth industrial revolution, characterized by a fusion of emerging technologies, is blurring the lines between the physical, digital, and biological sectors. Cyber-physical systems have proliferated in all facets of society and economic activity within Africa and beyond, anchored on artificial intelligence and innovation. For SADC parliaments, the potential benefits of artificial intelligence and innovative technologies are multi-pronged. These offer solutions for resource optimization, which will in turn enable our parliaments to achieve greater results. Additionally, technology can bridge the gap between parliamentarians and citizens in our geographically dispersed constituencies. This will enable more direct and frequent interaction, thereby improving representation, accountability, and involvement of grassroots communities in parliamentary processes. Many of our countries have multiple official languages. Hence, new technologies must be leveraged to support more inclusive parliamentary communication, from easier translation and language processing. Language should never be a barrier to democratic participation. I therefore urge parliaments to embrace artificial intelligence and other technologies to revolutionize legislative processes for more evidence-based and people-centered policies. Mr. President, distinguished delegates, as the fourth industrial revolution transforms the world, it is critically important that all socio-economic sectors accordingly adapt, including parliamentarians, to this norm. It is in this respect that the SADC heads of state and government, within the framework of the SADC Regional Indicative Strategic Development Plan 2020 to 2030, are prioritizing the development of appropriate skills related to information communication technologies. Equally key is the need to enhance the accessibility to new technologies as well as promote investment in research and development to boost Afrocentric innovation and digital solutions. Undoubtedly, various parliaments in the region are at various stages of digital maturity. This diversity of experience creates a rich environment and ecosystem for collaboration. Common approaches to technological adoption should be promoted to enhance interoperable systems that facilitate greater cooperation amongst our parliaments. Cross-border technology sharing and investments must also be encouraged towards strengthening interconnectivity and the lowering of tariffs for the benefit of all our people. Our policies with regards to ICT enablers and a new technological uptake should leave no one and no place behind. On our part, the government of Zimbabwe, through the whole of government approach, is scaling up the integration of digital solutions into our governance frameworks. To date, Zimbabwe has established innovation hubs and industrial parks across all our universities. These centers of excellence are advancing our technological agenda and remain at the forefront of our innovation efforts as a country. Partnerships with universities, research institutions, and industry to promote digital literacy, stimulate local content creation, and advance research in new technologies, including artificial intelligence, are proving most valuable. At a national scale, the adoption of artificial intelligence and other emerging technologies must enhance rather than compromise the integrity and independence of our democratic institutions. To this end, measures must be put in place to deal with issues of cybersecurity, data protection, digital sovereignty, and the potential for technological dependency, among others. Zimbabwe has enacted the Cyber and Data Protection Act to regulate data security and ensures fairness in data related to and services driven by artificial intelligence. Additional legislation and governance frameworks to address the ethics, accountability, and cybersecurity are on course as affected by artificial intelligence. All these matters are under consideration. Our Pan-African spirit, rich cultural heritage and traditions, coupled with the need to always protect the hard-won independence in our region, freedom and sovereignty of our countries, must guide our approach to the integration of new technological trends across all areas. Our governance systems, democratic traditions, and parliamentary processes, as well as the philosophy of governance by the people, for the people, should be jealously guarded. In deliberating these emerging issues, therefore, I call upon you, the elected representatives of the peoples of the region, to ensure that systems based on artificial intelligence and other technologies do not merely cut and paste global models. They must reflect the unique priorities and perspectives of the SADC region and Africa in general. We are ourselves from an African perspective. Be assured that there is political will from the level of my fellow heads of state and government in SADC to support endeavors of this SADC Parliamentary Forum. This includes the institutionalization of parliamentary involvement in the regional integration, democratic consolidation, and sustainable development across our region. Going forward, let us all play our part to strengthen democratic oversight and accountability, regional integration, and shared prosperity for our region. The ultimate beneficiaries of all our efforts must be the people who should experience a higher quality of life that leaves no one and no place behind. Finally, I wish you fruitful deliberations and look forward to your recommendations and outcomes towards operational efficiency in governance and parliamentary processes riding on artificial intelligence and innovation. Comrades and friends, with these remarks, it is now my singular honor and privilege to declare this 57th Plenary Assembly of the SADC Parliamentary Forum officially open. God bless you all.